Hello everyone, Garnet here, and welcome back to the Ultimate Survivor here on ARK Survival Ascended. So, as you can see, I am wearing some different armor and clothing today. We've got ourselves some interesting combination of things. The point of this being, I'm not wearing the normal stuff, which means we're going to go do something today. Not just something, you probably see it in the thumbnail. We are going to go and attempt the Broodmother boss fight today. But not only that, I've actually been pretty busy while I have been working on some things here. So I've got a clip to show you. So I'm going to run that right now. To prepare and get everything that we need to fight the other bosses, we still needed tributes from a few creatures. The Thylas, in the redwoods just behind our home, we need to get 10 more of their claws so we'd be prepared to go and fight ourselves the Megapithecus boss. The Rhino here has been super helpful with trying to collect things, and each Thyla should give us 2. The second one I would have loved to actually tame if it was a good level because of the colors on it, but unfortunately since it was level 15, I just wasn't going to settle for it. The next group had 2 Thylas at once, which made it things really nice to collect our things, but not only that, they also gave us a treasure map, which I was very happy about. While I was out and about as well, I did see a 140 female, and after the 145 male we tamed last time, I just couldn't pass this thing up. So I brought it back to base, and I dropped it inside the water enclosure and left Noir at the top, heading down on foot to knock this thing out. I was able to get one shot off on it just down on the ground, but it looked like it was going to chase me up to my base, turning and getting stuck on the railing, which was very, very lucky for me. I was worried it was going to get out, but it just kind of walked right back in. I knocked it out on the side over here. I was a little worried it was going to drown in the water, but it turned out it was fine. So I went up and I collected some of the kibble, which I've been making constantly since the last one, and placed it right in their inventory and went back out for the hunt. The last one was stuck in a tree, but once we kind of took it out and we got everything that we needed, we dropped everything off inside of the box, and we were finally done collecting everything we needed for the Megapithecus boss. Now moving on to the dragon. Oh. I grabbed everything that I did have, placed it inside of there for preparation, and I looked at everything that we needed. But before I headed out, I wanted to actually check the treasure map that we had gotten, and it turned out that it was just on the other side of the river again. We flew over on Noir, landed on the ground, and we broke Earth with our shovel, hoping for something amazing, and sure enough, it gave us a blueprint for a long neck rifle. I was so excited, I was so happy. The durability's crap. Compared to a standard primitive rifle, it is only off by 9 points. It is what it is. But at this point, the Thyla had tamed, so I decided to pick her up and drop her off in the middle of the base before we headed out to our next target, the Utyrannus. We needed 10 of their lungs as well, so we just kind of spent a bunch of time collecting those. The first one, I had to grab it from the actual body for some reason, but everything else was fine. We did see a crazy red drop while we were out there, and I wanted to grab it. It had a chemistry bench and a grinder inside. If only I had found those a while ago. After getting the final Utyrannus lung that we needed, we headed back to base. I decided I wanted to grind down a bunch of stuff we had found, and then we placed the lungs inside of the box. Moving on to the next target, which was our Basilosauruses. I decided to grab a bunch of scuba, head out to the ocean, and I knew the rhinos were pretty good swimmers, but I hadn't actually tested it until this point, so I decided just to take Noir with us. The Basilos didn't take too much from us to actually take down. I was more actually concerned about the mantas. They did a lot more than I thought. But each Basilo gave us 2 blubber, so I only needed to take care of 5. By the last one, we were pretty hurt, but we were able to pull it off. And we just brought that back home and placed it inside the box with everything else. At this point, we really only needed a gigaheart, and I knew exactly where one was that was already damaged from me earlier. So I decided to kind of just bring my rifle, stand on the top of Noir, and just kind of keep taking shots at this Giga until it went down. I did not know exactly how much to expect. I knew Gigas had a lot of health, but this did take quite a bit of time and quite a bit of my ammo. But eventually, sure enough, we did take him down. So I just hopped onto the back of Noir, kind of fluttered down to collect the very last thing that we needed to challenge even the Alpha Dragon boss. We placed it in the box with everything else finally being prepared for all the bosses on the island. But we are finally ready to actually go and try to fight all of the different boss fights. We've got everything that we need to go from one to the other to the next. Obviously, as you can see behind me, I actually have been working on the Rexes really, really hard as well. So, we actually have the melee at 10 mutations and a health at 5 mutations, which I think is pretty solid for now. I kind of had to go from there, so this is the level that they are going to be, the 274. And you kind of already saw them in the background, but these right here are the boss Rexes that we are going to be using going forward. 274 with a bunch of green and cyan colors. I didn't ever get one on the main body color, but I think it kind of works out because it's kind of a darker bluish green already anyway. So it's kind of an interesting middle ground for the colors that we ended up with. But right now, I'm going to kind of show you, if I head on out here to the giant cluster of things, this is how I was able to get the Rexes going pretty fast. I think this is about 20, either 19 or 20 perfect females surrounding a male in the middle with a lower level Oviraptor specifically collecting just from these guys. So I've been able to use these to level up all the Megatheriums that we're going to take, which this may be a gamble, but considering I got all of them to level 300, they all have very good damaging stats. We only have 12 over here. Now, the reason that I'm specifically only going to do 12 is their saddles ended up being quite a bit more expensive than I was planning for, and I'm going to need to actually make the ones for the Rexes. So we're going to try 12, and fingers crossed that that's going to be enough. I mean, I have leveled each one of these up 60-something times, so they have definitely been prepared for this fight. The only thing we have to do now is actually get everybody over there and get them all lined up and see if we can take on the Broodmother today. And there we go. The last of the Megatheriums have been picked up, so I now have all 12 of them in my inventory. We just need to pick up Commander Gray, which I'm pretty sure is over there. I also have a bunch of I have a couple Parasaurs over here that I was breeding up as well. I wanted to make sure that I would be able to get some extra hide using the trick that I posted in a short a while ago. And so far, that has been a very good plan. Oh yeah, Commander Gray was actually up here, part of the breeders. I totally forgot about that. I kind of thought I got the other one out, but I didn't. Alright, Commander Gray. The day has come, my friend. We are not just going to be standing around here anymore. We are going to go and actually put our abilities to the test. So since you're not really carrying anything anymore, I'm going to pick you up in the other cryopod that we have here. I also need to go and grab ourselves a couple things that I want to take with us so we can kind of place all these important items somewhere while we head into the boss fight. And then, of course, we actually need to grab everything that is inside of the green box. We should be able to just place all these things into the green obelisk, and we're going to have our first challenge. For the sake of speed, we're going to take Noir over there with us and also be able to help protect things as we are over there. My goodness, can't see anything through the clouds. Hey, but if you guys end up finding yourselves enjoying this one, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It makes a massive difference, and it means the world to me. And if you want to come join us on the Discord, we actually have a cluster up and running, and I'd love to have more people over there with us. Alright, here we are, the Green Obelisk. The first of 3 bosses that we need to battle before we can actually take on the final one of this map. I'm just going to build us up a little respawn shack for the worst case scenario. I don't imagine that something's going to happen to us, but honestly, you just never know. And you may or may not be able to build as close as I am. Kind of all depends on it all depends on what the server settings or single player settings you have on are. For me, I have no problem building this close. Place down a bed and place down a box in this corner, in which I'll be putting all the cryopods once we are actually done putting everybody out. Don't really want to let them just kind of be sitting out in the middle of everything, or taking them in with me for the, worst case scenario of possibly losing everything when we go into the boss fight. Okay, so we've got all of the Megatheriums here, all out and about. We are ready to go in, except I really don't like how much empty space there is here. Something tells me that as much as I thought that 12 would probably be enough, I think I'm going to need something else to make sure that we actually succeed in this fight. So, I'm going to head on back and grab a couple things, and I'll bring you guys back in when I have everything set up to where I'm planning on going from. I also realized that I actually didn't grab any Argentavis talons. Apparently that is something that is just exclusive to the alpha and beta versions of the boss. I definitely forgot to grab those earlier. My bad. And we're back. From this angle, it doesn't really look like much has changed. but from this angle, it definitely seems like it has. So considering I only had 12 of the Megatheriums, 1 Uteranus, that brought us 17 creatures. Or sorry, 13 creatures. I could get 7 more. Now these Rexes over here, they're not... they're not the finished ones. These are Rexes that I had just sitting around that, you know, they aren't really getting out and doing anything. These ones here were almost the perfect stats. They were just kind of off by 1. This is the one that I did take out a long time ago and kind of used to try to get a couple bit of meat and hide. And a couple of these were just used for colors and or different parts through the melee line. I mean, I've got a 10 female, I got the 10 melee female here. She's probably going to be the best off in this case, but we're just going to have to see how this actually goes. My hope was that, you know, maybe with a few Rexes they'll be able to tank a little bit more damage and dish out a little bit more while the Megatheriums try to get their buffs up and going. But I guess we're just going to have to see how this goes. I did put everything in here already, so it's just a matter of getting going. So we may as well just send it. Okay. I am really hoping that this is going to be enough to pull this off. We really just have to beat the Broodmother the one time. Fingers crossed things go well inside of this arena. I'm very, very concerned about it. But that's why I brought everybody else. Let's do this, guys. Alright, hopping on, immediately doing this. Everyone, I want you to be aggressive, and I want you to focus on the Brood right now. Whoa, that is the wrong button. Everyone, go fight the Brood. Get me out of here! Here, actually, let me out. I am front and center, that is not good. Get me out of here. I don't want to be taking the brunt of this right now. I gotta get everyone to focus in on the Brood, though. Okay, go over there, and then focus on her. Wow, I am in a very bad spot. Ooh, okay. Oh, no. If I didn't have a really good saddle, I would be so doomed right now. Okay, I am free. Let's turn around and boost everybody here. Oh my god. Well, that one was probably the least... Those were the 2 least leveled Rexes that I had. Alright, this is not going well right now. I'm a little bit concerned. I mean, the Rexes that I brought in here, they are literally using primitive normal saddles. I didn't think that they were going to do a lot for us, but I hope they do more than they have. But maybe they've at least made it so that the Megatheriums have a chance to get their boosts on. Man, that's definitely rough. But I don't think that we're out of this just yet. The thing is already down to about a third. Unfortunately, the Rexes are gone now. But we still have all of our Megatheriums, and they don't look super bloody. And since they are on aggressive, they are fighting the smaller spiders more often than they probably would have normally. So, hopefully this will still go good for us. I still need to back up a little bit, because I am still hurting really bad. Maybe I will quickly do a couple shots from my shotgun and try to help out the best I can, while we're hanging out over here. Commander Gray, definitely don't kneel down too much. That could be very bad for us if you do. Okay, they're definitely getting their buffs and stuff quite consistently, because they're focusing on just whatever shows up. I think that whistling them aggressive, instead of just telling them to focus on the Broodmother, probably has made a big difference in this. It is sad to lose those Rexes, but at the same time, I really needed to clear up some cryopods, so I guess we're still okay. Holy crap, they're flinging stuff everywhere. Alright. They're looking less bloody than I would have thought that they could be, considering there's only 12 of them. They're still here. Looks like we're down probably to a third left. Maybe a little bit more health than that. Okay, there's one gone. If we can make it through this and only lose like a handful, that would probably be our best outcome here. I do like that they're focusing on the smaller ones whenever they show up, because otherwise I think that could cause a major problem for us. They're all doing the 12,000 or 1,200 damage. Most of them have... Okay, there's a second one down. I think we still can pull this off. I don't think that we are... I don't think that we're going to lose right away. I'm going to try to help how I can. We still have the Shadow Stake on our system, so we'll be okay. Come on, guys. Come on. We can pull this off. This is definitely a huge risk coming in here with only 12 Megatheriums, but I do think that we are going to make this happen. Let's back up a little bit and kind of top up on their buff. Make sure everyone's still good. Okay, there's a third down, unfortunately. Okay, we still have 9, though. We still have 9, and it is down to, like, a fifth left of its health. Okay, there's a fourth. Come on, come on, come on, everyone. We can still pull this off, even if it's down to the wire. All that time would have definitely been worth all of this. Come on, we can do this, guys. We can do it. Oop, I don't like the fact that you are coming after me now. Don't focus on me. Just let's just have you guys focus on everyone else. Okay, let's try to do some bites ourselves. Try to help a little bit. I mean, it's only 300 or 400 damage. But every little bit can help at this point. Alpha is no joke. Every second counts. Whoa, my god, this is so close. I'm very happy that our Rexes are going to be much more prepared going forward, but I think we have this, guys. I think we are going to pull this off. Barely. Barely, but I think we've got this. Oh, man. Can I finish him off with a shotgun? Oh, I actually think I might have. Holy hell, guys. Okay, hold on. Go over there. Everyone's left. Is that half? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no, that's 7. Nice. So we actually, you know, it could have been worse. I'm definitely going to grab everything that I can. 178 element and the trophy. Fantastic. Let's see. Normal Rex saddle. Okay, I'm going to try to grab the Megatherium saddles. I think I'm going to grind down whatever's left. Oh, man. That was rough. That was absolutely rough. We're going to have to put some of these onto the Tyrannus, because I cannot carry them all. They're going to get very heavy for me very soon. Oh, I'm so glad that we pulled that off. Like I said, it was really rough. It could have definitely gone a lot better if I had brought a lot more Megatheriums. But honestly, I am not going to complain about this. We have done it. We've defeated the Broodmother. We just have to move on to the other bosses going forward. I don't know if I'm going to get everything back. How much do you have on you? We're missing 1 saddle. I don't know if they're like standing on top of it. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to get it back, but okay, we are teleported out. Oh man, that was rough. Oh my god, we made it out of there. We made it out of there alive. Freaking Commander Gray, you could have gotten killed because we were really pinned in there at the very beginning. You guys held your own pretty well. I mean, how close were you? You guys were all pretty... Oh my god, they could have wiped all of them and then just ended us there. You know, I feel like something has changed in the Megatheriums in Ascended versus Evolved, or maybe I just had some bad base Megatheriums. I don't know. But these guys, they survived. More than half of our Megatheriums made it out of there, and you know what? We did it. It's done. The brood is done. Fantastic. I think I'm just going to leave these guys over here. I'm going to get... Why does it seem very bright? Like, I haven't gammaed up or anything. Maybe it's just a fog. I don't know. Anyway, I need to get Noir out of the cryopod that's in here. Ignore the fact that that's in there, that's out here. That's the one that just keeps saying that it's hanging up for no reason, so we're just going to leave him here forever. Oh my god, okay. Well, we definitely need to... I want to steal all of their saddles. Considering how expensive those saddles were, and the fact I'm not going to use them, maybe I'll just leave them here. I don't want to get rid of the saddles in the worst case scenario that I may or may not need to use them again. Of course, if I were to do it again, I would end up bringing more. I would probably try to bring the max of all Megatheriums. That would probably have made an even bigger difference. Holy chitin. I don't think there's going to be ever a shortage of chitin. If we ever need any, I'll just come collect some from these guys. Good lord. Oh, that could have gone a lot worse. And it could have gone a lot better. You're holding the Rex saddles. I'm going to pick you up. You need to rest for a while, Commander Gray. Whew, alright, we're finally heading back home. The Megatheriums live there now. They really do. I don't really need any more of them hanging around the base. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad that we were able to make that work, even if it was down to the wire, like I said. Oh my god. Considering how many extra mutations and everything that we're going to have on the Rexes, I do not suspect we're going to have the same problem at all with the Megatherium. I mean, with the Megapithecus. I keep doing that. I don't know what it is. But the Megapithecus should be a straightforward battle. The dragon is another story. As you may have noticed, I didn't have a single Therizina around my base, and, yeah. You know, the Rexes have a total of 15 mutations, the Megatheriums had 8, and the Therizinos only had 6. So they were just not cooperating with me, no matter how much I would try. So, we're just gonna have to lean into the Rexes and hope they'll be enough for the dragon, too. Man, this is a super foggy day. Holy crap, I can hardly see anything at all. But I'm gonna have to probably set up, now that I actually have the Rexes that we're going to be using for now. I mean, 15 mutations at base level of 274. Interesting colors, blue and green. I mean, I had that happen on the center as well. I don't know what it is. Those colors they just happen a lot more often on my games for some reason. I definitely wouldn't have minded, like, you know, red and black or whatever. But yeah, the greens and blues, I do love the way they look. Honestly, I really do. Okay, so now we can actually place the first one of these trophies along the wall. Look at that horrible, ugly thing. You know what? I may actually need to put them a little bit further apart. They're just going to clip into each other. One moment. Okay, those should be pretty well separated out. Let's put that back up here. Much better. Still enough room, but it shouldn't get in the way of anything else. So we have the first of the 3 main alpha bosses, and I'm going to have to start preparing for the Megapithecus. Poor things over here. I mean, this was such a beautiful wall of colorful artifacts, but I mean, we have collected them and done all what we need with them for now. These ones I just have extras because I went in for, you know, other things from tribute items or whatever else. But, yeah. So, Brood Mother is done. We have the trophy there. I'm also going to place the flag, probably on the roof somewhere, kind of sticking out so everyone can see from out there. And there we go. We've got the Brood Mother flag placed on the roof, the trophy on the inside. We have done it. We have successfully defeated the Brood Mother today. It was definitely rough, and I definitely wouldn't be able to pull it off right now again if I really had to. But we've done it. And I think if we are required to do it again later, I'm just going to use the Rexes because that is what I'm going to be working on now. They're going to have to be leveled up and everything, get all prepared, and I'm going to have to make ourselves a bunch of saddles. We're definitely not going to settle for 12. That definitely was not enough like this time at all. For now, I'm going to throw out Commander Gray, have him just kind of hang out over here and help create more eggs as we were doing, and let him heal up a little bit. The poor guy's gone through a lot. You guys are kind of lucky you didn't have a chance to go, because, yeah, probably wouldn't have gone well for you either. Okay, so I'm going to get the boss ones up and going. The ones down here have been making eggs constantly at this point. Their only reason to be making eggs right now is to level up all of the Rexes that these ones are going to make for us. So, they're going to continue going as they are. I'm going to breed up a total of 20 of them. I know I can't take a full 20 in there because I'm taking the Tyrannus, but I need a backup. I need a backup Rex just in case something happens to one of them at some point, and I'm going to make sure that they all get their full imprints as well. I haven't even had a chance to look at what one is going to look like with the full imprint. I don't know what their stats are going to be, and I'm sure they're going to be amazing, because the ones that I just brought in today, they were not leveled, they were not imprinted, they had basic saddles, they did not last against the Brood Mother, unfortunately. However, these guys here, their base melee is higher than the majority of those ones that I sent in there that I had used whatever levels they had, an even split on health and melee. These guys already have something better. They're not even imprinted yet.
3 days later.
So, some time has definitely passed. I've gotten all of my Rexes. All the 20 that I was talking about, actually all raised up and leveled up. I have them all inside this boss Rex's place right here. We actually have a little bit of a difference. We've got a 334 and 336. I think it kind of came down to one of the mutations that was in the I wanted appearance, and it looks like it's stamina, so I didn't really worry about it. These guys are all leveled 60 times. It did take quite a while. I actually spent an entire day and a half specifically just leveling these guys, because as much as these, there's 20 Rexes out here creating eggs and stuff, I needed so many more to actually level them up, and I've got, the last one still stack of meat just chilling out here, but yeah, we have all of those Rexes that I wanted prepared and ready to go. The only thing is, I don't have any of the saddles made, but during that time, I did spend a very long amount of time going out and collecting metal. I did the math, and I should have enough metal in here to craft another 19 saddles to cover all the Rexes that I have in there. And yes, that does actually include the 20th one that I have for a backup, because we already had one saddle that is going to be about what the other ones will be after the crafting skill potion. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to make a few crafting skill potions to do a whole 20 of these. I'm also not entirely sure if I have all of the hide and everything else that I'm going to need, but I'm going to be able to get those a lot easier than getting the metal. I'm just going to place everything else in a different spot for now, and hopefully I don't forget where they are. I guess I can always look at this video and remember, but, got to clear some space inside the smithy, because I'm going to need as much as I can get to craft up a total of 19 of these saddles. How many will this actually pull right now if I try to go for it? Okay, it'll only fit 3. Okay, so that's a little bit of a problem. It's not a huge problem, but I'm going to have to definitely keep track of how many times I do this, so I don't overdo it and craft too many or not enough. Okay, let's get going on this the best I can. Hopefully I'll be able to craft up more than 3. Oh god, we're already short on the hide. That's going to be fun. And the fiber is easy to collect. The hide's going to take a little bit more time, but not that much. There's a reason that I have those parasaurs out there. That is going to take a bit. But I think I'll be able to pull that off a lot faster than what I needed for the metal, like I said. The metal just required a lot of time going out and grabbing the nodes and hoping that I can get everything that I can in one go. I literally just have to grow up a bunch of parasaurs and then use a chainsaw. I know in the short, I used a different thing, but the chainsaw actually is a little bit more efficient. You just don't always have access to a chainsaw. Fiber is easily taken care of with my tickle chicken here. I just take them out, kind of do this for a little bit. We'll have all the fiber that we need for all the saddles in no time. If I just go outside the walls as well, there's so many more things I can collect from out there. So really, like I said, that one I'm the least concerned about. Hide will probably take a little bit of time. I'll probably double down on the amount of parasaurs that I have just so I can keep them flowing, but honestly, this would be a much faster amount of time than what I spent before. So I'm still working on getting all of the hide that I need, and in doing so, I'm also trying to expand on how many female parasaurs I have. These males, however, obviously are not going to cut it for us. So I figured I'll at least kind of show you the kind of power that these Rexes are going to have when we take them into the boss fight. So we'll put the saddle that I have onto them real quick. This one's not quite grown yet, so we're going to give it a second. Also, just kind of showcase exactly how much more hide the chainsaw will get versus using the Therizino, even with the best stats and everything put in. This is still definitely the better way to go. It does drain the durability super fast, but it gets us so much hide in one go. Not for 2 parasaurs, but if I had a bunch of them here, maybe 20 or so, it'd be so fast to get this done. Okay, now that that one is officially grown, all I really have to do is one bite, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 1,241 damage from this Rex right here, and imagine 19 more of those, all at one time, destroying whatever boss is in our way. I think we're going to be fine. A lot better than the spider, at least I hope. But, if you just take a chainsaw to these guys... So we got 822 hide just from 2 parasaurs. Like I said, if we get 20 of those at the same time, we're going to be just drowning in the stuff. So I'm going to keep working on getting more females up and going so we can continually do that. And I'll make sure that we get everything we need for the rest of the saddles real quick. Of course, and just like before, the main problem that's left is the fact that these bags are here with their soul essences in them. Death essence, blah, blah, whatever. But if you throw them out, they go away faster. Problem is, we'll probably end up having a giant pile of bags there by the time we're done.
The following day.
So I don't really want to talk about how long that took to collect all the hide. All that matters is I'm going to now have all of these particular saddles actually put together, and hopefully we'll be ready to actually go and fight ourselves the other two bosses, because, yeah, that was definitely an oversight on my part. I was saying that it wasn't going to take nearly as long, but I forgot that there was 15,000 per saddle, so that took forever. But we've got it. So I'm going to put these all together, and I'll bring you guys back in once I have all of them crafted. 5, 6, 18, 19, and then 20's already on the Rex. Yes, so we have everything that we're going to need. All of the saddles are made finally. So now that I actually have all of those crafted, I'm going to actually have to wait for my crafting skill potion to run out. Once that's the case, I'm going to load up all of these onto the Rhino, take all the Rexes up to the Blue Obelisk, let them all out, put the saddles on, and we'll go from there. But for now, I'm just going to have to wait here for a minute, so I'll bring you guys back in when everything's ready. Alright, well, it's been some time later, just like every other little section of this particular video. I think I've got every single Rex lined up inside of the ring here. I also have Commander Gray ready to kind of go forward and go lure the Megapithecus down towards the rest of our army. So hopefully, everyone will actually go with us. We've got everything in here, and let's go test out how strong our Rexes can be. I'd imagine 15 mutations and 60 levels will be more than enough. I'm super confident in these guys. Okay. I don't... Oh, God, okay. Well, we may not have gotten every single one of them. But you know what? This is still going to be fine. I'm going to buff these guys up real quick while they're over here, before the Megapithecus knows that we exist. Make sure they get their full charge. Alright, one more should do, and then they'll all be ready. Then we're going to whistle neutral, whistle follow all for a moment, and then stop all. I just wanted to make sure they would try to turn around, but they didn't. It's okay. That should be fine enough as it is. Let's get this big red gorilla to follow us down there. There he is. Come on, big boy. Come on down to my army. No, 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 no! Okay, well that, I definitely didn't get all of them to stop. That's not good. That was very stupid. We lost one of them right away. This is why we got a backup. And, you know, it is what it is. I wasn't sure if that hole still was on. It was an insta-kill. I definitely have learned that that is still the case. Oh yeah, we're gonna make short work of this big guy. It's going down so much faster than the Broodmother one ever did. Yeah, you guys got this. It's a shame that some of them didn't come in and that one just jumped down the hole. I thought I stopped them from following me. That's my bad. He's gone, though. We've got this. Easy peasy. The difference is night and day from the Broodmother fight, honestly. Holy crap. Alright, everyone stop. We will not lose another one of you. I cannot believe one of you fell down the hole. Definitely on me for whistling them, but it is what it is. I can raise one more and make one more saddle a lot faster than I can make 20. That is for sure. 2 bosses down, 1 to go before we go to the Overseer. Oh man, that's amazing. Yeah, there's only one of them. Dummy. Walk down the hole like that. What's crazy about all these boss fights is I spend hours and days preparing for them. And then I get to a situation like this where I've destroyed the thing in like 2 minutes. And then we go back. I mean, the preparation will not be too bad. I think if I heal up these guys, we'll be fine. Whew, okay, well now we're all kind of stuck together in this pile of creatures. Yeah, it looks like these 3 just didn't come with. They were just barely outside of the ring, which is unfortunate, but, I mean, there could have been more of them that followed me into that hole without me knowing, so I guess it could have been worse. Let me grab the bug and we'll kind of resituate everybody. Well, I can't believe I accidentally lost one of those to the hole. I haven't actually lost one of those to the hole at all for a very, very long time, ever since I've kind of started luring the thing back to the spawn-in point, but, I guess, you know, we really insisted on making a backup Rex. I don't know what made me decide to do that, but I'm kind of glad that I did, because I still have a full set of 19 Rexes to take into boss fights now, so you know what? I'm not going to complain about it. I think I need to grab that one with the Rhino first. It's stuck up there. Megapithecus done and taken care of. Let's go put the trophy down where everything else goes and the flag on the roof. Alright, so let's place this trophy. There you are. Fantastic. Would you look at that? We've got so much freaking awesomeness in this room right now. They only need one more boss fight. And, man, that one's going to be an interesting one because, admittedly, I haven't done the dragon a single time on Ascended. It's going to be very interesting, and hopefully we'll be able to pull it off as easily as we just pulled off the Megatherium. And there it is, the Megapithecus flag, flown just in the center, just like the Broodmother one over there. We only have one spot left, and I'm almost thinking we may as well just send it. I mean, we still have all the Rexes, right? I just have to make sure they get healed up when we get over there, and we'll be able to start from a fresh run on that dragon fight. Oh, like I said, I haven't actually done that yet on ASA, so let's hope this goes well. Oops, that's not the door. Let's hope this goes well. We're going to swap out the Freya curry that I actually didn't end up needing to use for some of the Callian soup, because it's going to be hot there. I also am not going to need the fur cap that I took with me. At least I'm pretty sure I won't. So I do know that it is a risk to be using Rexes against the dragon. I know that it has a buff against carnivores, but I'm hoping that with the 30,000 health that each one of my Rexes has, as well as the 1,000% damage they all have, that it won't end up mattering. Obviously, we're just going to have to figure out how this actually goes, but I'll bring you guys back in when I'm ready once again. Alright everybody, the more and more that I've spent here getting all of these Rexes ready to go inside of this particular boss fight, I'm not going to lie, I've gotten more and more nervous about it. I know that they take that extra damage, and I'm a little bit concerned about how this is going to go, just because of how long that I spent prepping all of these Rexes. But honestly, they're going to be our best bet to actually getting this boss fight done today. So, like I said, I think we're just going to send it. Let's, hopefully we'll actually get every single one of them in there with us this time. And, there's no going back now. Oh my god. Okay, horrifying dragon boss fight arena. Let's get this roar up as much as we can. Oh, there it is. Oh my god. I really want to have everyone on neutral, make sure they're prepared to fight whatever shows up. We don't want them to run into the lava though. So we'll just try to keep them away from that the best we can. Alright everybody, over here. I'm going to try to avoid the fireballs if we can, also. Yeah. Everyone over here. Come on. Oh my god, they're way too accurate. These guys stuck? What are they doing? Come on. Neutral. Just fight everything that comes by and attacks you. Oh my god. Those fireballs are way too direct and accurate. I'm just gonna keep moving the best that I can. I don't want to have them walk through the lava. Don't go there. Don't go over there yet. Don't go over there yet. Let's lure it over here. Okay, now you attack it. Attack it, attack it, attack it, attack it. Everyone go after it. Try to surround it. Alright, attack it from there. Oh, man, make sure that doesn't hit me too much. Last thing that we want is for me to end up dying from that. Alright, surround him. Do as much damage as you possibly can. I hope that we don't lose any here, but if we do, hopefully we at least get all the saddles back from them. Oh, they went straight for me again. Monster. I think I'm still a little bit too close to the action. I need to back away. As long as you guys just keep fighting him, I think we'll be okay. Don't hit me with that! Oh. We're already halfway down. We haven't lost anybody yet. Nope, never mind. I should not have spoken. There goes a wave. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Everyone follow me. Just follow me for now. We're low on health. Or I'm low on stamina, and I can't really do anything about it right now. But want to make sure that you guys are all going to be able to help fight whatever tries to get me. Ooh. Alright, where's the dragon going? Alright, make sure you're still on neutral. We got things flying in. They can do damage to me directly, and I don't want that to happen. Oh, fireballs everywhere. Okay, is it landing over here again? Yes, it is. Go, 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 go! Get the dragon. I don't have enough stamina to sit here and to do a whole bunch more, but... Oh, dude. Roar! Power him up, come on! No, no, we're not gonna have, like, any left. Come on, guys. Do it, do it, do it! I'm gonna try to help however I can. I don't know. Uranus, no! Ah, crap. Commander Gray, don't go in there like that, dude. No, 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 no. Come on, guys. It's all... We're down to the wire. We are down to the wire on this fight. Come on. Kill the dragon. I'm going to collect as many of those saddles as I can. Oh my god. Guys, you can do it. Come on. Oh, crap. Come on, let's beat it, let's beat it, let's beat it, let's beat it. Last stretch. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I need to run and grab saddles now. Okay, dragon's dead. Dragon's dead. I need to grab saddles. Let's grab the element before we forget. We do not want to have that happen. Kind of the whole reward of doing this. Holy hell. Guys, we pulled it off. We pulled it off. Barely. Barely. It was a stupid decision to bring Rexes in here, but they did it. They pulled it off. They killed it. We did it. Okay? It's great. It's fantastic. I don't know how many I got. I don't know how many there still are. There's got to be one or two more still around here somewhere. That's one I grabbed. I don't know. I don't know if there actually are any more around anywhere. Oh, that's too late anyway. Oh, okay. Alright. Commander Gray almost got killed from that, but didn't, luckily. Everyone stop. Everyone passive. We only have 3 living Rexes left. That's ridiculous. So... I'm pretty sure that I lost the majority of the saddles. I only got maybe... Where'd the one go that had them? Did you have them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Let's see, no. Hold on. I have some on me as well. So, out of the 19 that I took in with me, and I lost the other one in the Megapithecus boss fight, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of the 20. I mean, I guess I got more than half, and I could always make them again. The biggest thing was literally the hide. I thought it was going to be the metal, but it was the hide. Oh my god. But we pulled it off, guys. We barely pulled that off, and I didn't even put the cryopods away. Oh my god. I would say that I can't believe that, but I can kind of believe that. That's what happens when you go against the recommendations and what everyone literally says to do, which is to take Therazinos. I was just losing my patience with them. But I guess it didn't really matter. I'm going to put away the remaining Rexes at this point in time. We'll go and place the trophies back at home. And Commander Gray, when I hopped off you there for a minute, you really ran in to try to do your part, but you almost got shredded in the meantime. I'm glad you didn't, but holy crap, that could have gone a lot worse. It didn't go great. It was probably on par, if not technically worse than what happened at the Broodmother. But I guess as much as it does matter... It doesn't matter, because we did it. Well, I mean, we still have everything up and going back here for rebuilding to go into the Overseer fight. In fact, I'm actually going to turn the male Rex back on so that actually happens. Because at the moment, I kind of had them stop because I was done. Ugh. Oh, and there is the head of the evil beast that took the majority of our army down. 2 of them, in fact. The one in the middle was just kind of a pushover. At least for our army, anyway. And there they are. All 3 of the flags on our roof. We have officially taken down all 3 of the the obelisk bosses today. The only stop left is the Overseer. Obviously, it's going to take a good amount of time to prepare for this one, considering you have to go through the entire tech cave as well as fighting the thing at the end. I also need to fly around and collect the rest of the notes before I go up there so we can actually have everything done before we leave. This one has been crazy. It's taken a lot of time on my end, so make sure that if you enjoyed, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If there's anything you'd like to bring up about this series or anything else on the channel, let me know in the comments below. If you want to help contribute to the channel a little bit more, it actually makes a massive difference for both me and for keeping our cluster running from the Discord. Click the links for Coffee and Patreon or become a YouTube member, and you know what? It just means so much to me. But we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.